Save it for what? Jesus?
Savor.
Oh, savor.
I did something the other day. I realized I had something. I did something so retarded. I don't even remember what it was. It was so retarded. But I went online, started searching. Oh, something about my phone wasn't working.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't ringing.
Yeah.
So I went online. I'm trying to figure out iPhone 8 not ringing. I spent like almost 2 hours.
Oh no.
And then all of a sudden I got just enough, a little soberish. And I just had this look from the side. I had that shit turned off.
Of course.
Oh no. Are you serious?
He goes, motherfucker, monkey business.
That's right.
That monkey will do it to you.
Oh my god, that's funny.
And by the way, Monkey Business ice cream is now mobile.
Available all over Vegas
I told
area.
him I got a breakbeat version of the fucking the ice cream truck song. They should start playing that shit
God.
out.
Hey, yo. We alive, man.
What's up?
Welcome to another episode of Other Side of Vegas. I'm your host, Roy Evans.
I'm Bruno Browning.
And these two guys here represent Release Las Vegas, and we will get to them in a second. What I was gonna do is get some business out of the way. I'm gonna start with a quick recap of all the shit that I haven't gone to because I wasn't here. Speaking of which, big ups to my San Diego peoples. House Music Fridays, Matthew Bryan, the whole fam, Jesse Austin, Joe P, the whole crew. Oscar P and Jessica. Oh man, chocolate was bananas at Blonde Bar. Holy fuck. Oscar P, my man Ivan, and other two cats, Henry and something. No, Kenny and I can't think of his name, but the shit was bananas. Anyway, big ups to them for being such gracious hosts, and I'll see you guys for West Coast Weekender. And if you guys watching haven't been to West Coast Weekender, that page, put the link up. Oh no, that was on Facebook. Yeah, In the House Las Vegas on Facebook. Check that out. That's May 3rd through the 7th. So get up on that. They're almost sold out.
I'll see you on the 13th.
That's right. So with that out of the way, what we missed, a quick recap will be, let's see here. Soul Kitchen, that was St. Patty's Day. And that was with Edgar Reyes and Vixen and Disconnect. After that, they did the Tempo Jump Off, which is a Disco Supreme thing. Vixen and Disconnect, as well as Elad. But that was with Edgar Reyes and Jessica Lynn. They got it in with Vixen and Disconnect. Also, Sunday, there was Not Your House Sundays. And that was with Jesse Saunders, David Serrano, Just Marsh, and Brian Campbell and DJ Lee. I haven't seen Lee in years.
Really?
Yeah, Sam. I haven't seen him in years.
That wasn't DJ Lee. That was,
it's another Lee?
yeah, that was Shanna, his girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
He goes by DJ Lee.
Okay, cool.
And there was Sam Lee, different dude.
There's that. I got learnt today. But what we got coming up tonight is T3 Techno Taco Tuesday, and this is a local love edition right here, and that is with any day now. God, man, these fucking names, man. Adam.
What's the name? What's the name?
Good luck.
Oh, let me see.
Hume.
Hewan.
Close enough.
Yeah. EC, whatever that is.
And that's En Route and Jeff Ramillo, Johnny Moscow, and Sean Essex. And that's going to be your local love right there. Tomorrow at the W Hotel, you got the Funk Down with Unfiltered Soul, Rob Alon and Doug W. And then also Wednesday at Juicy Beets, you got Wrecking Crew Wednesdays, hosted by my girl Jessica Lynn. And that's with Audio Bender, Justin Key, and Culprit. And I can read, man. Not well, but I got it.
We informing the world.
Also Wednesday you have DJ Kaika down at DCR with Soulution Wednesdays, and Thursday you got Lenny Alfonso at DCR, Downtown Soul. And also Thursday you have Jay Handel, and that is with
Coker.
Danny Coker. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, Friday you have Friday Night Social, and I wouldn't touch that bitch with a 10-foot pole. I kid you not. That is going to be nothing short of fucking horrible.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. You fucking got this dude over. I mean, I don't know who the fuck he paid, but... No, Bruno's going to be getting it in with my man Carlos Sanchez.
So we do the whole trance set, side trance. It's going to be great.
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah.
whole trance set. It's gonna be awesome.
He's going to set it off at 130 BPM.
That's what it is. It's going to get started.
Unskis.
You and Carlos, that's going to be hot. That's gonna be hot. That's gonna be hot. Trance and progressive. That's what he's known for.
Also Friday we have Netsu 7, and that is going to be I don't know if that's the name of the party. Netsu 7 fan service, and this is with Jinxed and Friends, and that's Jinxed, Fake Deep, JDHD, Mudita.
Where is this?
There's something to be said for being too fucking clever. But that's Juicy Beets. And then, man.
I don't think I know that crew.
And after that's going to be Stay After Hours. And Saturday is going to be Stay After Hours also. Yeah. So that's what you got coming up. Sunday, you got Release. Now, Release is a co-venture with Harry A. and Black Irish. And you know what? Before we get into that, can I get a quick
Let's do that.
thank you guys for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
The show has officially started.
This is water.
Yes,
I
indeed.
don't drink that much.
Yes,
That's
indeed.
Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Cheers, everybody.
Climb.
I have a big business with a tequila back.
Hot shot.
Loosen this motherfucker up.
Can't get the button loose today.
You're
Like
soft.
Patron Cafe. Hold on.
I can breathe.
And now I can get my monkey on while you guys.
I'm on it.
Woo.
Hey,
See where you live. It's nice.
I don't think we said a good, we haven't had a show since, when was the last time we had a show?
Andy and Danny.
So we had a chance to thank people for coming out on Sunday.
We have not done that. No.
So I think we need to do that.
We did.
Let me tell you, it was a big deal. I don't want to speak for what he's going to speak his own self, but I want to thank everybody who came out to our monthly party second Sunday. Had some last minute venue changes. There was a big old surprise for Vegas people. There was a door charge. Everybody paid because this guy was on the door.
I was.
And we had a great turnout. We had a great vibe, and I just want to thank you. I think pretty much everybody there personally, and I know Roy did as well, but thank you. We'll see you next second Sunday. This is the...
Well, I was going to get to that at the end of the show, but.
But I just want to, good point, valid, but I felt like you say thank you.
Well, I was going to do that when I talked about the next second Sunday. I mean, how the fuck I'm going to close my show and not talk about what we got coming up? Dag nabbit.
The spirit moving.
Well, he did find Jesus, yeah.
Right?
So,
on the couch the whole time.
Funny.
Release Las Vegas, comprised of DJ Harry A. and Black Irish. Now, both of you guys are transplants.
Yes.
And you hail from where, Harry?
Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And how long you been here?
Wow. I'm proud to say in July, I'll be here for 20 years.
Ooh, that's real.
20 years. Came in 1998, and it's amazing how the time just went by so fast like that, you know?
Yeah.
So Vegas is my home.
How did you not met? That's crazy.
I know.
Why in the fuck should he have met you any sooner than he did?
Because he's awesome and I'm awesome, that's right.
I like that. I agree, yes.
And Aaron, you hail from?
I am from Washington, D.C. The DMV, that kind of thing. I started out, not even really going to bars though, but I was more going to some of the gay clubs that were there. I DJ'd some of the gay clubs that were there. Had my first residency in D.C. It was just it was something I love to do, and I got an opportunity to do it because I kind of moved in circles that had DJs in them. Some of my biggest influences there, Sam the Man Burns, DJ Rodney, DJ JJ from the Clubhouse, from Trax, which was Trax DC was our big club as well. DJ Cedric, amazing DJs. So yeah, I came out here. This year will be 7 years ago.
Wow.
So
Something.
but I love it. I love Vegas. I love Vegas.
It kept me here. It was the.
He came out here 7 years ago, and found the scene that apparently doesn't exist to nobody else. I only say that because everybody talks about, oh man, I love house music. Yo, I've been here, however long, and had never found house music in Vegas. I said you couldn't have possibly been looking.
Yeah.
You couldn't have possibly been looking.
Not hard enough.
It was crazy
Even
because
though your definition of love varies from everybody else's.
my biggest my hunt came after the fact that I had 2 jobs for like 2.5 years working on the strip, both ends of the strip, in different casinos, and it got to the point I didn't have a life. So I was like, you know what? I got to get back into my music and get back into DJing. So I quit one of the jobs to find out where everybody was DJing, what was going on. I had a friend of mine that was a DJ at the Stratosphere, DJ Desi, who was DJing in the city, and she said she should go and seek it out, find it out. Randomly, the day after St. Patrick's Day, 2015 or 16, either 15 or 16. Quit my job at the Stratosphere that day, went to go have sushi that night. Who sits next to me in the sushi bar at the bar? Casey Beats.
Casey Beats.
Wow.
Big ups to Casey.
Okay,
Yes.
all right.
I saw him last week.
P.S. Happy birthday, Casey. Your birthday was just this weekend.
Nice. Happy belated.
We started to talk 10 minutes. 10 minutes we started talking about house music. I was in his car listening to his songs.
That's what he does.
That's what it was.
That's what he
We
does.
were outside listening to his songs.
That
And
is
it
so
was that
Casey.
kind of thing. And he was just like, hey man, I'm playing this little party. Something that's happening off at the little place called Tacos and Beer. And you know, it's a little party. It's something that's just new. They're starting out. It's called Nacho House Sundays. And I was like, really? Okay. Well, I might come check you out, see what's going on. I said, great, please come along and come out and check us out. But I showed up. I met this one right here, and Tony Comfort, and
That's right. That was your first time there.
that was my first time in Tacos and Beer, first time meeting any of you.
Oh wow.
That wasn't.
That was the first
That
time
wasn't
I
a
met.
vinyl revival though.
No.
That was
No, that was you and Tony and
that's when we did that little Three Amigo joint with
Correct.
the
Yes.
in front of the
you,
Taco
him, and
Mary.
Casey. Right. And then Brian Cartel was there. And it was just, I met these people, and of course, I met Tony, and it was like, hey, Tony, like, hey, how you doing? What's up? How you
You want to
doing?
be a resident?
Yeah, he was like, right there, all right. He was there. He was like, okay. And then Casey was there, and then I met Roy. And Roy, honestly, to me, he was one of 2 people that were DJs in the city that when I first met them scared the hell out of me. I was like, oh, okay.
What do you mean?
These are real deep.
Oh.
Real. Like he was one, and the only one that I was like, oh, was Johnny Fever.
Oh yeah.
That did Get Back with the
Oh,
with John Bell and
yeah.
them. Johnny Fever. I met him the first time. He was like, I was like, I like house music, and I'd like to see if you could, I'd like to see if you knew people that tell you, what do you DJ? He was like, I'm playing pool, leave me alone. And I was like, okay.
Oh no, you fool!
Right? It was that kind of thing. But then we had such a great conversation the first time that I met Roy, that it was just like, I felt like in fear, but I was like, I gotta know more. I gotta know more about, what this scene is and what this party is and that kind of thing. And then to that day, I can say from this last St. Patrick's Day, 3 years to the day, I've been to just about every nacho house, I can say,
Wow.
in 3 years, I consistently went every Sunday. I know there's times one I was in the hospital, one I was in, I out of town, but I mean, consistently every time there was one on a weekly basis, I was there. And the idea was that I was like, this is the scene that I want to get a part of. Represents the type of house that we loved, and I love, and that was something that is a voice that needed to be said in this city, because there isn't one. And since then, it's been exponentially. Things have broken out. People have showed up. We've had a lot of residents. I'll leave it at that. We've had a lot of residents, a lot of high points, a lot of special guests that were absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Kevin Yost.
A lot of you motherfuckers were not that good at all.
Well,
Not the guest.
Granted. No, and I'll be honest. I'll be so honest. When I first started my first set at Nacho, you can find it online. Don't. But it was not the greatest.
You were so funny that day.
It was not the greatest because I was so in my own head.
You were so funny that day. Oh
That's
my
okay.
God.
It was amazing.
He was so funny.
That's
man.
okay.
He comes up and he was like so humble. Like, I was like, yeah, good set. You're like, yeah. You said something about you didn't like something. I was like, yeah, he was shaky there a couple places. And he goes, yeah, no, Tony goes, no, he was great. I was like, don't listen to him. He'll tell you everybody was great.
But the thing is, he was honest, and that was the best part. I was like,
You will get that.
yes.
You will get that.
You punch in your face that you suck.
I know how I want to There's a lot to get there. There's other stuff, but
Just one tear went down.
I just dug it. You were like, you were nervous. You said, I'll never forget. You said, it's really hard playing in front of all of you guys. I said,
Right.
I said, who?
That's who it was.
Look us.
That's what it was. These are generally the people that I'm going to be around the rest of my. These are the DJs, and we are a tribunal. Because the one thing a DJ knows is when a transition is not right.
Oh, yeah.
Because we can be in any part of the room, and we hear it and go.
Talking to anybody.
What is that?
Right. Mid sentence.
I know.
Mid sentence. So baby, hey, can I get you?
You get an automatic case of the dog ears where you want to go like this.
It's not right. It's called squirrel. That's exactly what it is.
Then you find yourself miming.
Yeah.
Catch that shit, man. Catch that shit.
That's exactly it. That's exactly
Stop trying to air adjust.
I'm guilty of that. I'll admit it. I'm guilty of
Air
that.
adjust, right? Wow.
I'll never forget that day. That was a good time.
It was a great.
I
It
was
was a
just
very
made a
great
resident
day.
like maybe 2 weeks prior to that.
Really?
Yeah, 2 or 3, I don't know, something like that. But it wasn't long. It wasn't long. It could have been longer than that. But yeah, that was. I like your humility. When you came off from Dex.
Well, the thing is,
I could see you assessing and critiquing your set in your head.
Yeah.
And I see too many guys come off the.
no.
And I can see it. It was honest, and it was, and I dug that right off the bat.
That's just exactly what
Some
it
cats
was.
celebrate way too early.
Exactly.
Way too early.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them celebrate while they're playing.
And then the train wreck it.
I was ready the next time though. As I set it up, I was like, I'm ready for it. I want to get to it.
You was gonna get into the arsenal.
We're gonna go and do it. And the thing is that I felt I did a better job. But the one thing I can say from working with Tony Comfort with Nacho House, I learned so much more about the DJ shit. The DJ shit, which is the setting up the speakers and setting up with the sound and getting that kind of thing.
Technical.
Yeah, until you're not really DJ until you do the DJ stuff. When you're lifting speakers and making it happen, and to make the sound come out and setting up mixers and that kind of thing. And I didn't know that part of it. I knew it a little bit, but not as much as to set up a whole system. So I'm thankful for that because I learned that on different locations and occasions and how much time we had and that kind of stuff. So it was really an interesting learning experience as well. So they're talking a lot. What the hell?
That's all right. That's right.
Well, I mean, actually, and in that sense, you've got a background since you've been here 20 years now.
Yeah.
Now you were. Now I noticed that you were back on radio. Are you back in radio, or you just happen to be back on radio?
Back in radio. Well, I guess my story is a little different. I came in '98 to pursue my first original job, and prior to that in Chicago, I was a nightclub DJ and a radio DJ there. So I did 3 nightclubs in Chicago. I did the Warehouse. I did WCRX, WNUR, WHBK radio. So I bounced around at different clubs out there, and I decided to make a life change just to move to the West Coast. Just wanted to get the sunshine, get peace, just a new change of life. Got settled here in Vegas, and I didn't know nobody. And I turned on the radio, and this was a Sunday night, I'll never forget, and I heard soul music, like music that wasn't that common soul, Johnny Hammond, unfamiliar Marvin Gaye songs, and just all this other stuff. And I heard the DJ was a female DJ named Carlea Lewis. And she called herself the Queen of Flow. So I listened to her. Next week I called up there and I said, I really like what you're doing. I said, I like this song, and I'm a fan of the producers that made this song. So she's like, what's your name? And I said, Harry. We just became friends, and I met her. And she was like, soul music isn't that really hardcore out here, but there's a need for it. So I asked her, what about the dance culture? Because I'm from Chicago and I like house music. She was like, we don't really have that out here. I said, oh.
She lied.
Okay.
Wait a minute, 20 years ago, she probably didn't lie.
This was 98. 1998. And I just went full force on my own and started doing mobile gigs at different places, meeting different DJs and talking and telling my experience. And eventually, I would do little gigs, but a lot of people didn't know that sound. They didn't really eat it up as much. Some people got into it, but they didn't really appreciate it. So then I said, I'm gonna go further with this. I'm gonna push myself to the radio, so I could just reach thousands of listeners, because Vegas is a melting pot from, East Coast, Midwest, all over. Eventually got on the radio, and I was doing Classic Thursdays for Power 88, KCEPF 80.1 FM. I did that for 8 years, total. Then I left, because I had got a new job, and it was conflictual with, work schedule. A few years went by, 3 years went by, and I just got back on the radio again. So.
Good shit.
Yeah. In between all of that, I've done some guest spots. I've had a residency at a club that's now defunct. Just different places. But
The first place I met you was the Arts Factory.
that's right. Yeah, I used to do First Fridays there.
Ironically, with Jesse Saunders.
Jesse Saunders, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. It was so much fun, but unfortunately, the Arts Factory went defunct. Yeah, it kind of went away.
It's now the Urban Lounge.
It's the Urban Lounge now.
Yes.
Yes.
You'd like it.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous inside. It's
I'm
gorgeous.
gonna have to second that.
Yeah.
Bumpers for days.
Right. Yep.
Well, maybe y'all know me a little bit.
And I guess I want to tell you, after all these years, thanks for coming out to the first Fridays at the Art Bar.
It was something that I was excited to go to, because I heard music that was music I knew, and music I was like, it feels like home. It was that idea that I had. You played stuff that I was like, okay, this is what I need, and it feeds that need for you, the feeling inside your soul. Because the thing is, the reason why I picked this gentleman to partner with me for Release Las Vegas, or you want to get into that now, or you want to go? Yeah, okay, yeah. We he is such a savant when it comes to music.
He specializes in all the shit that you don't know.
The thing is,
He's comfortable.
Oh my God!
the story I always tell, I'm going to always tell when I say this, when I call you a savant. He originally, before the super dope team that does Friday nights now
Where?
at DCR,
I'm from
Doug and
Seoul.
Rob,
Yeah.
he did a stint at the W for the Funktown.
Yes. Yes.
The idea that it was I bopped in there on my regular where I was like, okay, you're doing this, great. So I wrote it, and I got stuck. I got stuck. He would play he would play some songs that you knew and some songs you didn't. But then for the songs that you didn't, there was a meaning or there was a paragraph of things he would say. This is an artist named so-and-so. And he put out only one album. And it was what it was. It was a 12-inch single, and it's the rarest 12-inch single fun. They said he put an album out, but we don't know. But this is the song. It's called this. Bam. It was so radio, but it was so like, this is a radio show that I'm sitting there like I'm stuck. I got stuck.
Aww.
And it was one of those things when these.
Thank you, by the way.
It was a thing that was such a marvelous scene, and his curation of music in his home, and the curation of just the things that he knew as far as the different soul, R&B, and not just house, but it was just because he's from Chicago, but just the cornucopia of things that he knows was so impressive to me that I was like, I gotta have this person as a partner on my team.
Thank you.
Thank you. And he's proven it every time he's played. The last time he played, the 25th, me and Groover Mike Wilson, we still talk about it.
No way.
We still, because you came on such a it was a house level that was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And it was just so good. You ain't getting this? Okay.
No problem.
All right, well,
Thank you.
Keeler.
He drinks to get drunk.
Keeler. Yes, indeed. Keeler.
Cheers.
All my secrets.
Wow.
Hey, I know you're supposed to say that. That shit don't taste good.
It sure
I
does.
drank to get drunk.
That's what sunshine tastes like right there. That's sunshine.
On the express bus.
That's what it is.
Wow.
No
That makes me feel good though, man, because I didn't know I was.
Oh no, yeah. There's that kind of thing, and I listened. Well, I don't know if I caught you when you were on the radio here. Well, by the time I'd gotten here, I don't know if you were on or off at the same time, but when I heard you play, specifically First and Arts Factory was one of the times that I was like, yeah, gotta keep it on the
we
radar.
spoke about that. I want to say, I forget which one it was. That I think me and you were both there at the same time, and Carlos Sanchez, he had Carlos Sanchez stumped.
Really?
Commonwealth.
Oh, really?
No, I'm talking about at Juicy Beets.
Oh, Juicy Beets. So everybody should. I remember that night. Yeah.
And
That takes
and
a
there
lot.
was some
It takes a
youngsters-
lot to It takes a lot to stop
And
Carlos.
there was some youngsters outside. Like, what it is time to take out your fucking notebook. I
Wow.
said, man, I fucking love this shit. I said, yeah, just imagine.
Wow.
You know what you could love if you open yourself up to it.
That's right.
You know, I mean, everything can't be dictated by trend. You know, at some point you have to open yourself up to something that's capable of speaking to you. But you gotta open yourself up to it. And you can't be all clammed up and opinionated and shit. Just because it ain't on the radio or it ain't at the club that you pop bottles or some shit like that. It's called context. You know, there has to be some dynamic. Yeah, I mean that shit is tits or whatever the fuck is being said nowadays. You know.
And for everybody out there, I'm sorry, I feel like I cut you.
No. I'm just saying I'm not knocking it. It's just a matter of I mean everything has its place.
Right.
You know, and when it comes to balancing out your life, you owe it to yourself to seek out comfort, and that's the kind of shit that a lot of these nights provide. It's comfort. It's not. You don't have to worry about getting a table in advance. You don't have to worry about coming on $200-300 just to walk in the door.
Right.
This is where you get to come home
And
fucking
dance,
chill.
just dance, yeah.
Let me tell you my favorite. I got one here. And then this is how Harry influenced me.
Okay. I feel honored.
We were at Commonwealth, and we were talking about I call it like the what's called the VFW fish fry funk, basically track, a side piece. And I said I contacted the guy, the singer, man, told him I was going to incorporate this and whatever. Tried to come out. we're just chopping it.
Right.
So it was like the next, wasn't that much longer afterwards. I said, I'm going to listen to a set. I did not know how that was going to go down. Obviously, when I'm rocking around 126, something like that. So what it ended up where we were going, we started doing the nights where we would jump over Juicy Beets. We started that. Basically, I was the last person to play.
Yeah.
Right. It was the only time for it to work.
I remember that. I remember that.
Dropped in, and then that was all you, and it went over. I mean, I knew the song, but
it went over well.
I want to say that was after Juwan Rates.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then
you
closed out the night.
Yes, right.
And you ended the night with Side Piece.
Yeah, and people.
Matter of fact, that was the night I booed you to Michelle Tempa's song. Like, what? Fuck you.
But I like that track, and it went over so good. And you can just see the fools had never heard of that track. Like, what is this? And then I hear my wife go, I'm singing, I'm like, which one? Which side? He's like,
oh my God, what did I say to you? I said, what is this Clarence Carter crap you were playing at the end of the night? Why you ended out with some
That's what he was feeling. That's what he was feeling.
I ended that night with Clarence Carter too.
I was like, what? What are you doing? Who are you?
Do what I want.
That's right. That's what you was feeling.
That's what I was feeling, and it worked. And it may never work again, but it worked.
It worked that night.
Right. And just to let people know, Side Piece is a blues song, Southern blues.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
But the way it's
He's doing it.
The way it's sung.
He's doing it.
He can't help himself.
He can't help himself. I know he can. He's doing it.
We don't want the listeners to think, Side Piece? What are they talking about?
I'm a book of matches to see if this motherfucker don't know how many is in it.
No, you got me there.
See, that's the thing that's really remarkable about Harry. And don't get me wrong, this is not a benchmark. I mean, you can aspire to it if you want to, but for the most part, you either have it or you don't. For the most part, I don't think there's a track that Harry plays that he doesn't know inside and out. And I mean, the year, who did it, the bass player, what other bands
Session
played
musicians.
in.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, because there was one song I asked him about. He said, "Oh yeah, that's it used to be James Brown bass player." I didn't ask you all that.
Right?
You fucking.
We talked about this. You were one of the few people who did the story of Graham inventing slap.
Oh, yeah, he was the first to do it.
And you were like, I saw that to other bass players that they were like, oh, I'm like, I did not know that because he played with his mom and his sisters, I think, with some gospel group, and they lost a pedal. And they couldn't get that thump.
That thump.
And
Exactly.
that's how it came out. Now that's emulated all over the world.
Yep.
Yeah. And you were like the only kid, well, one of you, but like only person both that ever met that knew that story. I'm like,
I mean,
what?
flashback to this weekend at the that record thing you guys went to.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be this big thing.
Yeah.
But you guys met that dude from
The Young Hearts.
The Young Hearts.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was amazing. I didn't even know it was him.
Yeah.
I just saw CDs out of the Young Heart records, and I have them at home. And I'm like looking, these aren't on CD. Then I look at the guy, he's organizing them. And I said, this is the Young Hearts. He said, yeah, that's my group. I said, really? And I said, I got this album at home and this one here. And I look, it's stepping records for me. And he just started talking. He said, no.
That was awesome. For both of you.
I'm getting goosebumps right now because I told him it was an honor to meet him.
Exactly.
And, thank you for all the music and works that you and the guys did over the years, And it touched him, And we took pictures and shook his hand and hugged him. And he said, thank you. He said, it's amazing, to meet younger people, younger than him that really knows that music. Because most of those guys are dead and gone. Yeah.
That's kind of one of the reasons why we wanted to put together Release Las Vegas. Release Las Vegas means it's a party that's a release. You show up, you're getting music that you know, music that you've known from when you grew up. Funk, disco, soulful house, rare grooves. Stuff that was his, stuff that's his creation. Stuff that is different edits, different things you may never have heard before.
Yeah.
And just that kind of thing where it's an experience that you hear music that you've heard the artist before, you may not have heard that song, you may not have heard that interpretation, but it's a curation of just an amazing set of music. and it actually melds together, and it's an experience. It gives you a release. It's a music that you can feel rather than just hear. And we started doing it in May of last year at Juicy Beets before they started opening.
I was there.
And it was we were there before their soft opening, and we love Juicy Beets, and I love that environment. We gave it a go and did our first parties there. It was really, 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 really nice. And now we've got a chance to do it underneath the Natural umbrella for right now, and it's I assume it's going to be an absolutely amazing partnership and wonderful thing to going into the future. We had an amazing party in February that was really good. I was very surprised with Groover Mike, who is another
Shouts out
one
to
of
you,
my
Mike.
contemporaries. Yeah. All right, brother.
The most enthusiastic man in house music.
He is the most. He is. If I had his self promotion and stock in how much he is the shit.
But you go
If I
there,
had
though,
that-
as far as self-promotion goes.
Well, I mean, for me, I'm a social media guy.
He hit social media hard.
I understand. That was the funniest thing about our party when it first debuted in May. Wally Calario.
Uncle Wally.
What's up, Wally? Was playing that weekend here. And he was like, the first thing, he was like, I've heard of this place, Juicy Beets, and I don't know where this party is happening. And I've heard about the party I'm playing, but this place is Juicy Beets. I don't know where it is. Where it says right over there. And so, yeah. He came out to that one too. He kind of come and hang out.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
That's cool.
But it was such an amazing, just an idea that the social media aspect can get you out there doing the things that you can do. Several things I've learned from DJs, other DJs as well. Record box, Casey Beats. Learning how to watching you do this camera thing, and how to do all that kind of stuff. Jason Casey doing visuals. Just one of the guys in our community that is. I saw him when he was first starting out. Just get it, just to do stuff. P.S. On a completely same note, but next note.
Yeah.
April 11th, Jason Casey and Casey Andrew. We're going to play with Akaika, April 11th, GCR, right after Slow Burn.
Okay.
For Solution Wednesdays, April 11th.
That's
So
gonna be
I
epic
wanted to
as
make
well.
sure I made sure I said that. We actually talked to Akaika today about that, so that was. I want to put that out there. We'll have a
Shouts out to you,
flyer.
Ikaka.
Yeah, we'll have a flyer and everything soon, but that's always something. That's what I'm saying. That to say, these are people in our community that have done. I've learned so much from, as far as what they've done, what they've.
Well, we have a lot of them. I mean, that's what makes it a community.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. We all are set in our ways, so obviously, and human, and men's is, so we got our opinions, but as a community, it is an inclusive thing, and if you allow yourself, there's a lot of shit to learn. I mean, and that's just rubbing elbows. That's just not being a dick and opening yourself up to the fact that you don't know everything. Whatever you don't know, chances are there's somebody in the community that can give you some pointers.
That's what you.
Exactly.
Which is totally different than having someone do it.
Correct.
Yeah, I can give you a hand. I can give you pointers all day, every day, but I'm not gonna do it.
Teach your man.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
Hands on
So,
is the best way to learn.
So this Sunday, big ups to Mike Wilson. Good looking out for the shout out. But yeah, so this Sunday, you guys are at it again. Juicy Beets in the building with Blanquito?
Yes.
You know Blanquito?
I am.
Ryan.
I don't know what to.
Huh?
Right.
When I met Blanquito the
They
first.
changed it?
It's always been Blanquito. Little
It's
white
Blanquito.
Yeah. That's why I said it.
Little white boy.
I was like, he seems to me like a Nickelodeon, like character, like Fairly Odd Parents, like
Avatar
Blanquito.
with flesh.
Like, he is Blanquito. He is.
Nickelodeon.
He's this cool dude, just you know. But his DJ name, he had like a Kate Blanquito. But he's white,
funny.
you know. Super white. But I love it.
He is not good at all. That's like.
But he plays so well. He plays so well, though.
That's what matters.
That's the best part.
That he does.
He plays so well.
Okay.
Cool. I'll tell you that much.
But he is the
So
he
you have
does
to change
the
his name
best.
that I play well for a little white boy.
That's just racist.
But he just got back from Afghanistan, so I want to give him. I need to see what that energy was like, so he can put it into his
release it.
music and see what's
Hey,
going on.
right.
To release.
He don't want to listen to that.
No, you know what I mean.
That's funny.
And then also we have one of the original DJs that started out the Wednesday nights at Juicy Beets. Woman Crush Wednesday, Wrecking Crew Wednesday. D. Grigley is going to be playing as well.
Okay.
Absolutely another amazing DJ. One of the new kids, I would say, he started out with helping us out at Nacho. He works for, what is it, Bliss? He's a real tech,
Whatever.
not an A1, but something different.
All right.
But he's playing too, and it is also Ed Moore is having his birthday set. His birthday is apparently that weekend.
Just because you like cake, man, come on, man.
I said I don't like birthday sets. Don't make no damn sense.
You had a birthday set, man.
I had one thing. That was the first time I played in 20 years in his birthday. Yeah, because Tony made me.
Happy birthday. We were there.
No one say happy birthday.
We did.
Y'all did not. I wouldn't allow it.
We turned the music up, but it was like,
Yeah,
we
exactly.
were singing and dancing.
Because there's no room for no
Dancing.
birthdays on the dance floor.
It was Stevie Wonder, happy birthday. It was it. He turned the music up. That's what it was.
Wow. Maybe he just doesn't remember.
It didn't happen.
It is the funniest shit. I'm sorry.
I will boom up
Because, I mean, he, like, and don't get me wrong, I totally get it. Because I had a similar episode. But, I don't do that birthday shit. But, yeah, but that was pretty fucking funny, though. That shit was fucking hilarious. Because it was like, he was on pins and needles. Like, I wish a motherfucker won. Like,
first time I played on my birthday, this just what happens always on July weekend, right?
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, so I do like celebrate other ways. It doesn't involve any hard lips. But, so I made an exception. I said, we no cake, no songs.
And he's adamant about that too.
There's no room for it.
Okay.
Matter of fact, Jackson's birthday was a couple years ago. Everybody tell me,
Oh no, well that was because they were trying to do something.
whatever. I'm like, I'm not doing my set. I ain't turning down shit. That's what I'm playing. And I told the lady, she goes, yeah, fuck that. We were still dating at the time. She said, fuck that. Don't turn that music down.
Yeah, it was. I remember. I was there. I had the video. It was really nice though. But actually, the music in the background was actually perfect.
That's what I did.
All right, I heard that.
he got lucky.
I will
Okay, got shit to do.
That's when he should have dropped that side piece.
And for the record, everybody, if you don't know these guys, which I know you know these guys, they are amazing, amazing DJs.
Oh, we're all right.
But if you want to see amazing DJs, be sure to come out this Sunday. Release Las Vegas, Harry A, Black Irish, Banquito, D. Grigley. You know what? I just found myself saying that shit in a way that Banquito.
Yeah, no.
Where the fuck did that come from?
I know. He's like a little Disney character. It's like Disney character, like Coco.
So what was that again? That was Blanquito, D. Grigley, and
Ed Moore.
Eder. Is Eder playing?
Yeah, he's doing a birthday set too.
Oh, okay, cool. Big ups to Eder.
Nice.
I haven't seen him in a minute, and but I'll be at the wedding. So
I will be too.
Yes, indeed.
big ups to him and Megan. Fucking love those two. So anything else you guys got coming up?
Wow.
Well, that's the from DCR next month.
Yep.
Talking about, I'm planning on having more people from out of town to try to come. This last year was one of the best years we had learning how to do this thing we call throwing an event in Vegas. Throwing an event is easy. Throwing an event in Vegas, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
You know, there are models of how it's been done. You know, Soul Kitchen. There's models of how to do it right. There's models of what works and what doesn't, and that changes constantly.
We just need the people. We need you to come out. The
The
music
thing is,
lovers, the dancers,
having
everybody.
the people come
Talk
out
that shit.
and having
Talk
the
that
people
shit.
understand that we're doing something that if it enriches your life from living here in Vegas, provides you this little piece that is well curated, well thought out, intelligent. You know, there are parties not just like ours, Release Las Vegas. There's parties that are well thought out, contemplated, curated extremely well. Second Sundays. They say that, but they do. This is stuff they do. It's the idea that these parties are so well done, you know, that you need to take advantage. We have this here for you, you need to take advantage of it.
Yes.
And tell people that you know.
Yes.
It's important because it helps us all be creative and give you something that can be a community that you can have when people show up to here to Vegas when they come and say, hey, what is there to do?
Let me just go to the chase. Is this everything's at Juicy Beets these days? They also have vegetarian burgers. That if you are on the fence about going down, take your goat smelling ass down there and try it. You will change from an omnivore to a
Because it's a burger?
Of whatever form.
That must be a good burger. I gotta try that out.
never more.
I kid you not.
Yeah.
The vegan cheeseburger is fucking insane.
I gotta try that.
I ate no meat for an entire week until we went to little farms or whatever. And had the little
Oh, we had the short rib
grilled cheese. I was back on the meat after that.
Yeah.
You are, like I told you, y'all were late on the short rib grilled
Yeah,
cheese.
and you can kiss my ass for not being a better friend, motherfucker. If you could have told us.
Hello, the red pot. What was that about?
It just opened.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And then that's when I shouted from the mountaintops. Hey, it's just open.
So if you're on the fence, I'm not even kidding.
This is true.
I told Tino he should shut all that shit down. Just start selling them burgers.
This is
I'm about to try that. I'll probably try that this
It's
Sunday.
so good. Oh my god.
Try the vegan burger, and the vegan
Yes.
fried chicken is the bomb too.
Nice.
Yeah. With that said, you're curating, and yes, we do need you guys to come out. But don't get me wrong. Like, please, let's not misconstrue this shit. Ain't nobody begging you to do nothing. You know?
Nah, not really.
But I think what we're trying to convey is that there are too many people. This is one of the reasons why I created In the House Las Vegas. There's too many people that's, supposedly love house music, supposedly would want to hang out, just not on the strip, and all this other shit, where, we're just trying to get it out there that there are other options. That's what makes this the other side of Vegas.
That's right.
There is more to Vegas than the strip. There are the people that facilitate the strip. Where do they hang out?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it's all about. That's what the other side is. And trust me, it's not like the dark side unless you want it to be. That's on you.
It's about following the real music. That's what it's about.
Right.
It's about following the real you. Who the fuck are you? And there's nothing wrong with liking whatever you like all day, every day. But that's part of what makes motherfuckers need vacations, because it's the all day, every day. If you don't allow yourself any diversity, if you don't allow yourself more than just the blackout, debauchery side of life, then you're actually shorting yourself.
Shorting yourself.
One thing I would say real quick is when I first started dealing with Nacho House, it was always the kind of thing that everybody would show up on a Sunday night because it was the end of the week.
Yeah.
For us as DJs and that kind of thing, and whatever you did in the week, whatever parties were Friday and Saturday, Nacho House was the end of. Sundays, if you were guaranteed to see 2, 3, 5, 4 DJs in the room. That's why we're all sort of kind of melds us all, keeps us all in a community, in a tight-knit community. So we know what's going on and what's happening. The people out there need to understand that this community, like communities in LA and communities in San Diego and that kind of thing, we're comparable to that because we have solid producing people that are making good work. We're doing good work. We're as on par. We just have to have for me, I think the social media aspect of getting it out there to the cosmos more, like programs like this, to give us the idea of pushing us past just our local into the global aspect of it would be actually great.
Yes.
So we say that to say we're a community, we're out here doing things. People need to know.
And shouts out to everybody that come out and who really love the music, and especially the dancers. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
I know of myself, I get the energy from you.
Mike, Lou Ross.
Mike, oh my God, I could name so many
Scooby.
dancers. D, Lord, just so many people. And that's what influences me to give that energy back to you.
Yes.
And, you know, Aaron, myself, and Roy, Bruno, we thrive on playing for you. So, and that's why we came up with the name Release Las Vegas, for you to release, to dance, get all your troubles out, and to be free and feel good. So,
There you go.
And therein lies the rub. There is a little bit of ego because we can't do it without you.
We can't.
I mean, a great set for nobody
Seriously.
is still a great set, you know. But at the same time, you know, unfortunately, it's one of those things where it's not going to be until it's gone that you wish you had it, you know.
Right.
Because there is a monetary side to it, and there are compulsories that have to happen in order for things to be around. I mean, that's just the big boy side of things. Just being practical. But with that said, I want to thank my guests for coming through, Harry A. and Black Irish. Myself and Bruno, we will be out in Phoenix this weekend. And look forward to seeing all the people out there. And we'll probably be back before then, but if not, I'll be in Flagstaff end of the year. End of the month. For Heartbeat again. So be sure to come out Sunday. Check these guys out. Be sure to come out Friday. Check out. I'm gonna come up with a Spanish name for Dreaded White Boy or something. I don't know.
I apologize, everybody.
Suavecito.
But if you want a clinic, you know, him and Carlos Sanchez are gonna go in and show you how it's done. Thank you for your time. Appreciate you.
Can I interject?
Huh?
Can I interject?
Sure.
If you're at home on a Saturday night, I've had the opportunity to get back on to Power 88.1 FM, and we do the ultimate Saturday night house party each and every Saturday night from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. This week I'll be on at midnight, so check it out.
And how long is the program from midnight to?
To 2 a.m., 4 hours.
Okay.
4 hours. So
You need to do that. If you happen to be, get that in your life because they do an amazing job. Harry gives you Chicago. Roy and
Rory Mack, Roy
Mack.
McAllister, shouts out to you.
yes,
Thanks, Rory.
Yes, indeed.
and Mel.
Mel Starr, yes, indeed, from New York.
Yes,
Yes,
and
indeed.
of course,
Jesse Saunders.
there you go.
Yes, indeed.
exactly.
So we just give a big bowl of gumbo, as I call it, musical house music gumbo mixture,
exactly right.
and it's something for everybody to enjoy. So definitely check us out each and every Saturday, 10 p.m., 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yes.
10 to 2, Power 88. Every fourth Sunday, Release Las Vegas. This Friday, you got this gentleman here, resident Carlos Sanchez. Sunday, he and I will both be out in Phoenix. But then, a big heads up, next month, April 2nd Sunday, will be myself, this gentleman here, and the incomparable DJ Shu.
All right.
Shu's going to be in the building, so mark your calendars.
Please do.
Or not, you know. But either way,
No,
I mean, it'll be good to see you.
You need to do that.
And I guarantee you won't regret it. Yeah, I almost kind of like. Did I just say guarantee? Yeah, I guarantee you won't.
Yeah, well, yes.
I can back
Actually,
that up with Roy because they get down. Everybody gets down. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Everybody.
if you're remotely interested in this music, I mean, if you're not a house head, then obviously I can't guarantee that. But if you're a so-called house head, you won't regret it. Yeah. Shoot. Exactly. Shoes in the building. So come find out what that's about. You act like you love it. Ain't but one way to find out. Show up and show out. Look forward to see you then. Thanks again to my guests. Greatly appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
For myself and Bruno Browning, another episode of The Other Side of Vegas. Please, 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 please remember, no peace without unity.
Yeah, you ready?
Peace, y'all.